fight's not over.
Stop the fight!
People.
Everybody, I come here for everybody. Kill everybody. I'm the champ. I'm the king. Kill everybody. Ah!
Okay, guys, we are back for our bets for Krylov versus Spann. What's going on, dude?
What's going on, my guy? A couple of fights looking forward to this week, but definitely looking forward to next week. Right,
we got 6 bets this week. I think in terms of money lines and fighter parlays, it's not all there. So yeah, we got 6. We're on a 2-week winning streak with the bets, which is nice here. Sadly, it's only came out to those 2 weeks in a row, like 1 point something units, but we'll do better as time goes on. Six bets for a total wins that could be about 5.5 units back. First bet, I usually don't bet on heavyweights, but I'm going to bet Augusto Sakai here. We've kind of had a rule here that we don't bet on low-level heavyweights, and I actually wouldn't classify Augusto Sakai maybe as that low-level heavyweight. He's been fed to the wolves. This man was 14-1 before facing the higher end of the division, and Don'Tale Mayes just looked so incredibly bad in his last fight that I feel like Sakai is a good pick, and I think Sakai is going to be better later in the fight as it goes. So I want to get positive in that straight betting category for the heavyweights, and I think Sakai can do that for me. Next bet you have here?
Yeah, I'm going with Nurullo Aliev to beat Rafael Alves. I know some people, I guess, are going with Alves here, but I just like the relentless pressure and wrestling from Aliev. There is a little scare, I guess, with Alves. He could find a knockout early in round 1 or can pull a guillotine, but as long as Aliev doesn't fall into one of those guillotines, I think he should win this fight pretty easily. Alves will gas out. I think he's pretty much a round 1 or bust, and then I think Aliev, even if he does lose the first round, I like him taking second and third, but right. I like him to win a decision here.
You got to think about, too, like Alves pulls a guillotine, he's stuck in bottom position, and right. Aliev can win the round from there. And
exactly.
And stuff like that. And I just think, obviously wrestling's the best martial art for fucking winning fights and decisions, so I do like that bet as well. We don't have any fighter parlays this week. Like I said, there's just too many close money lines and too much UFC debuts to really get a great grip on things. The next bet, Tatiana Suarez by finish. Montana De La Rosa is a punching bag. Macy Barber just kind of tossed her around in her last fight and did whatever she wanted. And Tatiana Suarez has really good ground and pound. If Montana wants to get up at all, she's going to give up her back, and I could see Suarez submitting her from there. And if Montana doesn't want to get up, she's going to be stuck on her back, and she's going to get elbowed the fuck out of. And for a minus 800 to win inside the distance for a high-level wrestler, I do like this bet, and I think even through the fight, round 1, round 2, Suarez could get a little bit of ground and pound. Round 3 comes, and more comes, more ground and pound there. I mean, it could get finished late in that round still. I see people do the under 2.5, but Montana De La Rosa isn't finishing Tatiana here, so.
Yeah, I guess the only scare or worry could be Suarez being out for 3 years.
I'm not too worried about it. I don't know. I think when you're such a good grappler in a women's division, it doesn't even fucking matter.
Yeah, I'm not saying that
right.
She's not going to win. I'm definitely saying she's going to win, but...
Definitely the biggest scare, sure.
Yeah.
Next bet I have here. Nikita Krylov and Ryan Spann under 1.5 rounds. Justification, I mean, I think everyone pretty much has this bet from what I've seen. I think that if Ryan Spann wins, it's going to happen in round 1. So, that's like a plus, he's a plus 140. You're given that odd that it's just going to finish in round 1 in my eyes. And then you factor in the fact that Krylov wins probably in rounds 1 or 2. So, Ryan Spann doesn't take punches well. Nikita Krylov, he's very hittable, leaves his chin out to be hit. I just see someone going down in this fight. And if Krylov implements his grappling, I could see him ground and pounding Ryan Spann. I could see Ryan Spann guillotining him. I just like it. I'm all over for this fight to finish in under 1.5 rounds. Do you have anything there?
No, I love it. I mean, if you look at Spann's record, too, I mean, all of his fights pretty much win or lose or end in pretty early. So
right. And to follow this up, so my next bet, Trevor Peak, and if the under 1.5 in the Ryan Spann Krylov fight is -110, I don't know how the Trevor Peak fight can be -180 for the under 1.5, because I feel like with the Spann fight, Krylov fight, those guys, if they're bigger, they're going to have more power, less durability to last a round and a half under that damage. It is an inflated line here for the Trevor Peak, Erick Gonzalez fight, but I just know Erick Gonzalez leaves his chin out there and Peak just swings haymakers and vice versa. I mean, Peak could get caught as well here, and we did pick Gonzalez, but I do like the under 1.5, and I'm parlaying it with Jasmine, Jasudavicius fight to go over 2.5 rounds. Natalia Silva did not finish Jasmine. I have a hard time seeing Fernandes do that here, and at the same time, I don't see Jasmine finishing Fernandes if she couldn't finish Che Hansen. So I think you're covering those boxes, and I think -265 is a good deal for that.
yeah, Jasmine's been to decision, and I think her last 5 fights. So I mean, hopefully that trend continues.
Amen. Last bet. I'm taking the Mike Malott and Yohan Lainesse fight under 2.5 rounds. Yohan Lainesse can kind of, first fight in the UFC was going for the knockout, really hard, gassed out, lost. Mike Malott, you watch the Mickey Gall fight, and he's stalking forward, throwing haymakers for the whole first round. So, I really like this fight to go under 2.5. I think 1.5 could be a tough mark to hit because Lainesse could try to not gas out and not have any output for that time. But the 2.5, I don't really see much grappling in this fight. I just see big punches. And then with it, taking Ode Osbourne and Charles Johnson to go to round 2 to start round 2 because Charles Johnson really doesn't have a quick knockout power. If you watch the Zaljas Zumagulov fight, he lets time go by before he starts to get going. And even in the Jimmy Flick fight, it wasn't like he was going all out for the finish from the beginning. Ode Osbourne, he has been finished in the first round, but I think that he's going to calm down his style, less flying knees, jabs, straight punches. We're going to make it to round 2. I just feel like that's the bet there. You have any input here?
I mean, for Ode, he just got knocked out in round 1 in his last fight. He's not going to be going out there wild like he did in his last fight.
Right.
I don't see him fighting that fast.
And Tyson Nam is known as a guy who sits down on his punches with a lot of power. Charles Johnson isn't that guy. So even the over 1.5, if you guys like that, I like that as well. I'll pull my face off the screen so you guys can get a full screenshot of this if you want. But yeah, these are the bets. We've already got some things lined up for UFC 285 for betting. Maybe we'll post some of those on Instagram, maybe Friday. And we're thinking about getting a picks video out for UFC 285 Friday or Saturday. So maybe stay tuned in and be ready for that video to come out. Anything else you got?
Yes, sir. I think we're going to see a lot of violence this weekend. Got a couple unders that we like here, so looking forward to it.
All right. Peace.
I know. It doesn't matter from the trenches. I'm built like this. The old doubted me said I couldn't do it. The old said I couldn't do it. Look at me now.